Okay.
Got it. All right, Sherry, kick it off. Tell us.
All right. Well, we're excited just to have some time to chat. People that were at conference and people that even weren't can learn a little bit. It was kind of crazy when I was looking at the focus thing today. It said 7 huge things you missed at national conference. I'm like, oh my gosh, probably way more than that. But anyway, we just Nancy and I picked up the phone, whatever day it was, 2 days ago, and we're talking about this and that, and how can we get this information out? We're like, is there any better way to do it than to just talk about it and let people ask questions and let us ask questions to people that know what they're doing? And so this is a trial kind of thing. We'll just spend about 45 minutes for the next couple weeks, Monday through Thursday. So if you have questions, come with them. So I like that Linda has one already. We thought we'd try to keep focused to certain topics on certain days. What do we have? I don't have a little piece of paper here. Thursday was technology. So we'll try to keep to technology. One of the days, Tuesday was product. Wednesday was anything you could ask. And Monday was
Motivational Monday.
Oh, Motivation Monday. Okay, so Linda's question was, a bunch more people came in. Yay, glad to have you guys. Was groups versus events, and honestly, I don't pretend to be an expert on anything. I'm going to tell you what I have heard and know, and Nancy can add, or anyone else can add too. So this is going to be for everyone. Honestly, I think they work very similarly. In events, you can't use like Post My Party or Send Share. So that makes it a little bit harder if you're running multiple parties at the same time. In events, though, everything stays in order when you put them on there. So it might be easier to follow for the guests that are at the party. Whereas in groups, the things that get the most engagement, the most answers, will be keep coming to the top. So I think it's whatever you like better. And I'll let Nancy answer from there if there's anything else. Somebody might have to mute somebody.
I don't know. Kristen was, I muted Kristen. She was having a little background noise.
Okay, so.
From what I can tell, the big thing is the posting service, number one, because that makes it a lot easier if you're doing multiple Facebook parties. And Facebook is telling us now that, as you know, some people got, quote, in Facebook jail, which is not a big deal. Most people are out of it because we weren't doing the right things according to what Facebook standards and policies are. So the two big things that I would say, because I've been doing some Facebook shows since then, and I was one of the ones that was in jail, is number one, Facebook wants us to use a Facebook business page, and they also want us to use groups inside of Facebook. Business page, not your personal page, because the personal page is where everybody was really getting in trouble. And then you got in real trouble if you created a second fake account and then were running your business through your personal profile in that. So those two things were the biggies. But it sounds like because we're all businesses and that Facebook wants us to be true, we need to use a business page, and there's groups in business pages and there's events in business pages. So I don't know. It seems like most people are using groups from what wouldn't you say, Sherry? I mean, the most people that are really like cranking the virtual world, I would say, are not using events. They're using groups.
They are, because they can use that posting service, either Send Share, Post My Party. Now, with that said, and I ran the last two that I ran, one was a group, one was an event, because the host felt strongly about it. They were both equally successful. I just I would go to my one that had the groups, and I would copy the post from there, and I would put it onto the events. So it just took a little bit longer. But anyone else have something to share about that's on the phone?
I did the exact same thing as you did. Was if I had a host that was very much wanting an event, so that I could keep it going, I would just copy from one of my groups where I had a party or a previous party, and I would just copy and paste over, and it was successful. Just takes a little timing, and I just do it a couple times in the morning, a couple times in the afternoon, and a couple posts in the evening, and be done.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jennifer. How about Jennifer Smith? I think you were going to say something.
Oh, I missed the question.
The question was what to use, either group or event, when you're doing a Facebook party, and if anyone have any experience with one or the other.
I used to do events, and then when I had my scent share wouldn't work, I moved to groups, and I do like it now. I mean, it's just part of getting used to it. And now I'm trying to experience doing it in my business page.
Right.
So the first time was a challenge, just getting all the settings and make it the link to your scent share, doing it personally. I mean, it was a real challenge, and I'm still coming up with some things like I know Stephen had said, and I thought this was fabulous, to welcome and remind people and tag them to a game in a post. They don't mind being tagged in something they could win. So at the beginning of the show, he says to post a game engagement post where they can earn tickets and then tag everybody. And you do it from your phone, and it was real simple and easy, and it was just fabulous. When I did it in my group on my business page, I could not do it. And I talked to somebody at conference who was actually on his team, and they said, oh, don't forget to switch your user to you, not your business page. And as soon as I did it, boom, there it was. So
Okay,
love
so
that. It's just few little challenges, but I do love the groups.
So that's kind of interesting, because I think that's a question I've had a few times. Can you describe what you're saying? Change your user to you and not your business, because that makes a big difference. So Jennifer, kind of give us and tell us a little more about that.
Screen share for us. Can you screen share, Jennifer? That would even be better. I mean, do you have the ability?
Share. Let's look.
Because I know what she's talking about. I can do it, but she knows exactly what she's doing. And
but then sometimes I have to.
If you can't,
remind myself.
There you go. Well, that's all right. That's what we're here for, Jennifer, because none of us are like pros at all.
Okay.
This.
So this is one I just set up that it hadn't started just yet. My pre-party stuff is going to start Friday, or actually started today, and it'll do more tomorrow. So here you guys can see I'm interacting as the business page. And if you click on that to interact as me personally, then you can do more stuff. And like when I looked at these members before, I couldn't add them as a friend. I couldn't do anything. So you can see a little bit of difference there if I switch it back. And we look at these members, it's all blank. And so you have to add yourself to your group as a member right here personally in order for you to be able to sync to your posting service too. And it took me a while to figure that out.
And that's
was it hard to add yourself, or just to remember to add yourself?
You got to add yourself, and then you got to make yourself an administrator or moderator.
Okay.
So there's two things you have to do actually.
Okay.
Does that mean you had the host set the group up?
No, I set the group up.
But how come you weren't already an administrator then?
Because I was acting as my business page.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You got to get them
Could you
both
say
in.
that again, Jennifer? You have to make sure that you add yourself to the group. And what did you say after that?
You got to add yourself as a guest. You have to go and accept. Or I sent myself the link. Somebody told me to send the link to your host so your host can send the link so they see what their guests are getting. Send yourself the link. You ask to be added. You have to accept as the business, go back as a person, or go back as a business, and then add yourself as a moderator. And then you have to go back to your person and accept that as a moderator. You're really going back and forth quite a bit to set it up. But you have to do that to use your posting service.
You know what, Jennifer, I just did this with one of my hosts, and I personally like to do a live, like a real phone call, talking to her face to face, because after I get the group set up, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's easy once you get all those little check marks done. So what I did is I just said, okay, get on your phone right now. I'm going to put you in the group. You need to accept. She accepted. Then I said, okay, now refresh. Okay, now I'm going to make you an administrator. Okay, so be looking for it. Where is it? Where is it? She couldn't find it. She searched down on her phone and it came up, and then she had to accept that, and we were good to go.
Right. Yeah, a lot of little steps like that.
Yeah, so if you're like totally confused, that is a better way. If the host is confused, it was a little easier talking her through it. I don't know.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was really helpful.
Yeah.
And if anyone does like a list, you know, like, okay, do this first, this second, third, fourth, that would be a great thing to share so that the people that are new at this can remember to get each step so it works flawlessly for them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be wonderful. And I would like to have a list, and right now I'm being really, really silly, but I'm writing everything down in a little notebook, all the little steps that I do. Even when I tally up, you know, I tally up who's commented and this, that, and another. And I sure would like to have a form of do this step,
A checklist.
This step, check it off, and then talk to this person about booking, talk about recruiting. Oh, Nancy. You know, sometimes paper is still good, right?
Yeah, let's see.
So, I know, it's just, but what I found is once you kind of, it's almost like you have to learn how to ride the bike and you got to fall a few times, you guys, and don't be afraid of it. And don't be like, you know everything about it. Be open with your host saying, hey, I'm still kind of new at this, so bear with me a little bit. Don't be afraid to not know what you're doing and just kind of figure it out, because after you figure it out, that's when you really, you start to understand it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because it's kind of like a process somewhat.
And I think some people, some of us, I probably would put myself in that category at least years ago, is you want to make sure you get it all right. You want to get it perfect first before you do it. And then it's kind of like my story, you know, if you wait to go to town till all the lights are green, you never leave your house. So you just, like Nancy says, you just really need to jump in and try it a few times. And I think it feels pretty good when it works right. And I think we learn from everyone that we do. So
Same thing with, you know, becoming a parent. Everybody says, well, I'm not ready to be a parent yet. I don't know it all. You can't wait till you know it all, because this is not, you can't know it all. And I love the fact it was in I think Nancy Joe's pre-conference workshop that she said, had some of the older speakers. That's what really touched me, guys, is they had the older people that's been in the business longer than me, and I've been in it 17 years. And they took a hold and jumped in with both feet, just like you said. And the sales they were showing were absolutely ridiculous, you know. And even somebody made a remark of, what if it is a phase that people are going through? Look at the sales people are making. If it leaves 5 years from now, look at the sales we could be making. We got to get in and we got to try it.
yeah, good point. Anybody else feel that way?
Yeah.
I told Marie and Patty and Nancy Joe that I thought they couldn't, I don't think they could have had a better pre-conference workshop, just because they kind of gave us why. You know, it's like, okay, we're going to hear all about virtual. We knew we were going to hear about virtual, but that Wednesday night was, here's why you're going to hear about virtual, and here's why you might want to give it a little bit of a try. So I really appreciated it. So,
and it'll be, for those of you that didn't attend, I think Patty Mosarino is loading it up on her
PC team training,
and the password is Extreme
18. Extreme 18. Yeah. When we talked to her, I think it was Tuesday, she had most of it uploaded. So you can hear all of those presentations and all the handouts are there. And I know a couple of people asked me for Becky John's outline. They put that up in there too. So.
Oh, it's already up now?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
If not, I don't know that all of it is up, but she said Becca's was up, and that it should be, and everything should be up by the end of tomorrow. So.
Hey, Sherry, repeat the website for everybody, please.
PC Team Training.
Yep.
And then Extreme 18, it's capital E.
Thank you.
Yep. So I have a technology question. I've got my phone in my hand here, and the app that we used at conference, and I don't know the answer. So I would like to, where is it? Documents. All these documents that you can get from it. I don't know if you can see all this. but I want to upload the one about several of them. But right now I want setting up your business page right here. So you can click on it and it opens to this PDF document. And it's great. I think it's like 10 steps, which maybe some of you want it too. Hi there. But how can I print this? How do I get this from here to my computer? Does anybody know? Can help me
To
with that?
download it and then email it to yourself.
Okay, I downloaded it. It's downloaded, but it doesn't, like, where do I find it on my phone to email? There's nothing here on this that says send or email.
Sherry, do you have Google Docs or do you have the OneDrive with Microsoft?
I do.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is download it to your OneDrive, okay?
I can't find a way to download it.
Because that's how I did mine. So then you don't even have to email them to yourself. You can just do it. It's up on the top where the 3 dots are up on the top, is where I did it.
Right by the star?
Let me look. I have to get to the right page really quick.
I figure if I can find the download button, I can do it, but I can't.
Well, it's when I opened them up. Here, just give me a second. I have to open it. But then what you can do is, I did it last year, I did that where I sent them all emailed. But this worked really great because I could just go ahead and do that.
So, Sherry, did you click on? I can't see if you clicked on. All right, you clicked it on.
It's on.
There should be.
I think there should be. There's 3 dots.
Okay, click the 3 dots.
Sherry.
And you'll see save as.
Does yours look like this?
I can't hear both of you. Hold on, Eileen. Lilona?
Did you click the 3 dots and I have a drop down menu?
No, there's no drop down. It doesn't open at all.
Okay.
Did you click on view document?
Yeah.
Okay, and then once you view document, can you see your document?
Yeah, yep.
Okay, once you see,
What you're doing is you have to
once you
save the document.
view your document, there's 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. And wait a minute, you can either print it from your phone to your printer, or let's see.
I just didn't have that.
You hit when you do it, if you have OneDrive, right left of the 3 dots, it looks like a little cloud, the OneDrive cloud. It's right next to on the left side of it. See?
Okay, so maybe the issue is something with my phone because it's not letting me do anything.
The iPhone doesn't have it.
No,
Mine-
I just sent it to you, Sherry.
Sherry, is yours an iPhone or a Samsung?
Okay.
Also, somebody, and I didn't save it, but there is an Evernote with every single document from conference.
Yes.
Oh,
Tiffany Foreman, I think,
Yeah.
did the Evernote.
Okay.
And
All right.
it's Team Director Success.
I think
Okay.
the problem is you have to click the star saying that you saved it first, and then look in your saved documents, and then you will see how to send it. You didn't click the star. Click the star, and that's what you have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will keep playing with that. And thank you, Rhonda, in the meantime, because I'm going to be working a little bit more on my business page. So
It's
anyway.
also on, I think it's on Pampered Chef. It's probably in the Explore section, you guys.
Oh yeah, Sherry, on the iPhone, you can't, if you click the star,
Yeah.
and then you go to My Documents,
Mm-hmm.
then you open it up and it'll show that, and then there's a little email at the top.
Yeah, that's what you're not doing. You didn't click the star. You have to have all
The star, but it doesn't change when I click the star.
Yeah, it lightens up.
Okay.
And then you go back.
for that.
And it's a hollow
Then you
star.
go
And
to
I click
My
it again.
Documents.
Go to my documents then?
Yeah, My
Yeah.
Saved Documents.
My saved, and there's a little envelope up at the top on
Okay.
mine.
And that should be from from
All of
settings?
them.
From settings? Is that how I get to my saved documents?
No. It's on the same.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Let's see. Okay. if you go to My Saved Documents, it's going to come up and say General, and then Setting Up Your Pampered Chef business page downloaded.
Yep.
And up
I
at the
see
top.
That's it. I see the envelope. Yeah.
Ah!
Thank you, guys.
This is where we run into issues doing virtual parties and host coaching, because every device is different. So trying to get your host, what do you have? What do you see? That's the challenge for me.
Yep, I got it. Okay, so you download it, and then you go to My Saved Documents. Then you have the little envelope that you can send it.
Yeah.
I was missing a step. Okay, great. I asked my question. Anyone else have a technology question?
Kind of technology, but okay, so I've been working from a VIP group basically for my shows or my personal page. How in the world, and I have something called the main dish that apparently is a business page that I sometimes set up, I don't know when, years ago. And I do very little. How do I convince people then, or do I need to convince people to go from my personal page or VIP to use this main dish or restart a business page? Does that make sense at all?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a great question. Lalona, do you know anything about that?
Yeah, let me see if I can get these dogs to be quiet. Hold on. Hush.
I had the same question, Rhonda, because I'm trying to figure out how to get people out of my personal profile into my Facebook business page.
Yeah, and I hate to do that.
Yeah. So Ashley, who we need on here right now, but she's in a computer technology training class. Ellie, I'm sorry. The basset hound's thinking playtime. Let me go outside. Right. Sorry. Try to get dogs to be quiet. So Ashley linked my group to my business page. So that's what you need to do is you go, again, we need Ashley. Let me see if I can.
If I can get, my daughter's coming, who is technologically savvy.
Right.
So I can have her then link that
Link your group to your business page.
Okay.
And then, because everything that I post now in my group, Lalona's Bayou, it goes through my business
Okay.
page. So
all right, I'll do that when she comes next week. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it on your list. Yeah, that's what I heard too. You don't really have to move people out. You just have to link the two together.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You're gonna do that. You're gonna do that by going onto your personal group and clicking the More button.
Okay.
Right. That's it.
Okay, and then you're going to link business page. It should be in the same area where you've already added your Post My Party or Send Share.
Okay.
Oh. Do you want me to try to screen share that? Because I haven't done it, but you can coach me.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I the only reason I know that much is because I just watched a video on it this morning by Marna Ross on YouTube.
Ashley did it within like 2 seconds. So
Okay.
if I see it, I should be able to help you.
All right. So here's my my VIP group.
Okay.
Like
That's your VIP.
Okay.
Go to,
more,
yeah.
Yes.
edit group settings,
Yes.
Uh-huh. Not moderate. Go down one.
apps, link pages right here.
There you go.
Link your page. There we
Yep.
go.
Bing, bang, boom.
Wait, let's see. It's not done yet. Okay.
No? Is it done?
I don't know.
How do I know if it's linked?
It will show up on there, but it's,
You should be able now to respond on your group page as your business page. And it'll give you the option on whether or not you can respond as you or as your business.
Okay. And from what I learned in that workshop right here, I did this a long time ago and I've never done anything with it. You can change this name too. So I think I'm going to change this to match the name of my group, which is Time in Sherry's Kitchen, THYME. So they can match. So it doesn't look like there's two different things. I really hated when I was posting on my virtual parties and it was coming up with Sherry Carr, Independent National Executive Director of Pampered Chef. It's like, okay, it just didn't seem like it was a fun, chatty kind of situation. So you can change this too, which I have not done yet. But Thank you for that. Done. Woo.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rhonda, good question.
Here's a good question that goes with that, you guys. If you've already done virtual parties in groups, you've got a whole bunch of them sitting there, right, on your personal page, correct, everybody? You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked, what was her name? Kylie about this, because, I mean, I probably have, I don't know, 20 or something groups in my personal page, which I don't. So what do I do with these groups now? Because I don't want to lose them. And I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and I'll link them right away. But she said, what you may want to do is you may want to reach out to the host of those groups and say, hey, are you interested in getting your friends together? We already have the group going, right? We already have all the people in the group. But then you would link it after she says yes. So then you would link, just like Sherry linked her group to her Facebook page, you would link that group to the page. And that way you're just not throwing a whole bunch of people into your Facebook business page that don't understand why. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because I was just going to go click, 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 and link them all and stick them to the Facebook business page. And I'm thinking, what are they going to, what will they see? I don't even know what would happen.
But my question is, I thought if we linked the group to our business page, they're still separate from the business page and don't see what you post in the group or the business page unless you make your group public. Then everything you would publish in the group will show up on your business page.
So you're saying do a closed group.
Right, because I did one show and I on my business page, and I opened it to public, and everything I posted then shows up on your business page. Well, if you're only doing a show periodically, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're doing like 4 shows or more a week, or you're doing every single week you're doing shows, and so you're repeating them, you wouldn't want those posts to show up, I don't think, every single week.
Most of the parties you want to have closed. You don't want them open, because even on your personal page, if you were to leave them open, everybody would see those posts. So you should be having a closed group. But when you connect them, when we were at the Tech Cafe and we asked, how do we get all those groups that we have out there over? They also said what you can do is do a posting in each of those groups saying, I'm now going to add you over to my business page, each of these groups. And if you don't want to be there, feel free to leave the group. But I hope that you'll stay and have fun and see tips and recipes and other things. And then link them.
So Jennifer, if I'm understanding you right, if we take all these groups that we have underneath our personal and we link them to our Facebook, everyone in those groups automatically see everything that we post on our business page, even if they're closed?
Well, yeah, I wasn't sure about that. I was going to send an email asking, do we then need to make those groups public so that they see what's on our business page? I don't know. I totally didn't ask that question, and that's something that we need to reach out to Kylie and ask.
Does anybody know that answer?
From what I'm gathering right now, they are linked to our business page, and then when you want them to join your business page, you use your business page profile. So when the show is over, and instead of us asking them to join our VIP groups in our personal page, now we're having them join our business page. So that's how we're going to get these people connected to our business page instead of the group that we had them in. But when I tried this, when my group was closed, what was posted on the closed group was not showing up on the business page. And I don't think those groups, the way I understood from the classes webinars that we did in July, earlier in June, they didn't say that those groups are separate from the business page, but they're created in the business page. Just like our business, what we would post on our personal page would not show up in our groups.
So are you no longer going to be doing your VIP page group?
What I have found, Lenola, is I have way more people interact on my business page than my group. My group page has almost zero activity, no, and I can post the exact same things on my business page, my personal page, and my VIP group. And my VIP group, I have no interaction. Very, very little.
I've heard that too. I think it just depends on how where you're flowing your people. But the business page Facebook has it set up for us to push out our businesses a lot better out of a Facebook business page than it does out of a personal group. And that's what Eileen's saying. You can reach, like if you go live in that business page, and I'm no expert at all, but they were saying if you go live in your business page like 3 times quickly, you know, like maybe in a week, go live 3 times, your reach will like jump up way, way high, because they like that personal interaction, that live video. And you can't.
Live video gets more.
Pardon?
Live video gets more push up in your algorithm than just a posting does.
Thank you for helping me with that, Jennifer.
Yeah, and the same thing, if you get a posting and you get a lot of interaction, and make sure if you're getting a lot of interaction, like you've asked somebody to pick A, B, or C, and they're picking C, comment back, ask a question. What is it about C? Or do you need a recipe for C? Or because the more interaction you get back and forth, even just on a posting, will shove it up there and bring more visibility to your business page.
So
and I think, oh, sorry. I was just going to add one thing too. I think there's a difference between a closed group and a secret group.
Correct.
Anyone know the difference between those two?
There is. A secret group, you cannot find the group. So if I have a secret group, Sherry, the only way you would ever find it is I have to send you the link and add you to the group, and then you join. If it's a closed group, you can find the group, you can join the group, but the administrator has to approve you to the group. If it's public, anyone can see it and anyone can join it too. So you don't have any control. The other thing I noticed was the week that I was running that virtual party, and it was a public one, my interaction, like Jennifer was talking, went way up on my business page, even though I had very little interaction, but I was posting more, and there was some at least. So my interaction numbers went back up again.
So just by show of hands, if you're doing this are you using a closed group or a public group when you're doing your virtual parties? And who's using a closed group?
Closed.
Okay. Definitely. How about a public group when you're doing virtual parties? No.
It's creepy. You don't want to do that. I mean, your next door neighbor will end up jumping into your parent share. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think the host would like
all of the notifications too. Everyone will start getting notifications and be irritated. The only time I will say when I go public, obviously on my business page, is when I do a video, because I don't want to go live in each one. If I've got 3 or 5 going at a time, I'll go live on one specific night using my iPad. I'll take my phone and then I will copy and paste that link into each of the parties really quickly as I'm starting, and then I jump on and I go live. I just leave a sign up there where the camera is hitting saying, please stand by, you're in the right place, I'll be with you in just a moment. And then I'm over on my phone adding those. So then I only have to go live once, and it is on my business page. And yes, everybody is seeing me interact with people on that party, but that helps to drive, and you may pick up some of your other people that are following your business page, jumping on and asking questions. So it just looks like it's one big giant party on there going on.
Does anyone need Jennifer to explain how she did that again?
Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question about that.
Okay, so on my iPad, I go on my business page and I hit live. Okay, in front of that, sitting on my countertop, I say, please stand by. I will be with you momentarily. I pick up my phone and I copy the link So it's like sharing the link. You can copy the link, and I go into each one of those parties, those groups or events, and I copy and paste it. So now anybody that goes there, they're getting alerted, and they're now seeing me live in each one of those groups. So I can be live in 5, 10, 15 different groups right now while I'm going live on my business page all at one time.
Okay, I have a question. Because I tried that. I had 2 shows going. I went in on my business page. I did it. Somebody else had said, I was on my phone. I went to my computer and I shared, when the live come up, I shared into each group is what I was told to do. So I didn't know it worked until after. But when I went back and looked at my groups, it only had the link to my business page in there. So I didn't want people to click on it. So what I did, I went to the actual live in my business page, and then I hit shared again with the group, and then it came up right, and I deleted the other posts. So so they still didn't see it live, I don't think. So what are you copying and pasting?
Yeah, I didn't.
So when you hit share, you have the opportunity to either share it or copy the link. And a lot of times I'll just copy the link, and then I just paste it into each one of the groups.
Jennifer, you mentioned though that you had to turn it public. Could you tell us?
My business page is public.
Right.
But my groups are closed.
Right. Yes, we are recording this.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put you on hold for 1 minute. 1 minute.
No problem. Okay, well, we know that's something on the list to do, because if you're going to run more than one, I think it would be really helpful to be able to show it. And it sounds like Jennifer Smith figured it out, at least a way to do it. It might be a workaround, but at least it worked.
Well, I'm going to try that copy and pasting next time and see how that will work.
Do you understand where she copied and pasted it? Did she just put it into?
Yeah, she said when you share, but if I remember right, when I hit share, it only gave me an option of where to share it to, and I had to put in the name of the group. So I'm gonna have to go back.
It sounds like she didn't share it though. She grabbed the link of it.
Is it the link up in the web address part?
Maybe.
That's got to be what she's copying.
And then is she going and putting it in right where you're gonna like make a comment or something?
Yep.
Okay, interesting.
This is another thing we need a checklist for. You know, when we go live, do this, do this, do this.
And I think it's funny. I'd love to talk. I asked one of the younger virtual people. It was actually 2 of them was standing there together, and I said, "Do you guys go live in your virtual pages, on your virtual shows?" And they said no. And I think us, the seasoned consultants who love our cooking shows, we think that's something that people need. And I guess realistically they don't. But
maybe
I just think it
need it, Jennifer.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's a good idea if you record it, because you're saving yourself a whole lot of time every party.
Yeah.
If you can it's already recorded.
That's what I
and
do.
you just share it, because
you know what,
it's not always ready.
A good thing to do every month is whatever that item is that they get free for 75 or 80, whatever, it's going to be 80, just record a little. That's why I asked that message on Car Stars, what all do you use your Apple Wedger for? Because you can just stick that in right from your phone, and hopefully people will want that item, so their order will be bumped up to at least $75 if it's not already.
Okay, so then I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Do you record it and then share it from your phone? Because somebody had told me that if you download it to YouTube, that's competition with Facebook, and it don't like that when you do a post to YouTube in your Facebook groups.
I just stick it in from my phone, because I'm only going to use it for 1 month, and then it's going to be gone.
Yeah. I did mine on YouTube, so yeah.
Isn't it like a length? It only goes for so long though, or something? Like it really needs to be under so many minutes, maybe?
I try to make it 30 seconds or less, because it's just,
But here's another thing, guys. If you're recording, like it's the Apple Wedger, right? In your recording, don't mention that it's the August special. Just talk about it, all the things you can do with it. Then in the description, right, with a $75 purchase, get the Apple Wedger for free. Now we're saving these products, and if you do them on your business page, those videos are saved, so then you could use them in all your future shows, So think about in 12 months, we would have easily 12 to 18, because lots of months we have 2 things that they can get. And now you've got, by the end of the year, you would have all of those saved as mini little videos to use in all of our shows. And so once again, we're working smarter instead of harder. Have no idea who told me that. And they said too, when I was on one of those calls with Talking to Tech, they said, if you think about it, going live is really great in our shows, but the reality is, how many of all those guests are really watching us live? So if we record them on our business page, public, when you get done, you can just share that link into every one of the shows too.
So Eileen, are you saying go live on your business page, do that as the live, it saves it somewhere, and then share that link? Don't do it just on your phone under the camera.
Correct. What you're doing is, that way you're going to go on your business page and you're going to click live and you're making it public. So now because it's public, you could use it any place. So when you look on your business page, there's the videos, right? So you go where the videos are, plus you're not using all the memory of your camera. We don't have to download it to our computers and then download it to Facebook. It's done right on Facebook. But if they're public, you share the link. So you can create albums of your videos just like you do of your phone.
That's brilliant.
Your photos, I'm sorry, that you have.
I don't know how to do it, you guys. I don't see how to do it, Eileen.
Okay.
I'm going on my business page. No, you guys can't see it. I see.
Okay. So let me switch.
While she's looking for that,
FYI, you guys, we have 3 minutes left.
Please.
while she's doing that, so I suggest, my idea is, put it that way, when you're doing your videos, don't start it with, hey, good morning, or something like that, because you don't know when you're going to be posting it. Be general, and what time of year it is, you know. Don't talk about it's cold out and it's 95 degrees.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, generic but authentic.
Right, that way they think, oh, she just did that.
Well, you can do that, or you can say, for those of you that are watching this in the replay, I heard that on something like that, because
good point.
It kind of covers a little bit.
Right. And you want to do like Mara Ross always says, you tell them who you are and to ask them to share it, because if it's public, they can share our, so we're doing these videos and shows, right? So then you can say, you know what, guys, go ahead and share the video with your other friends who weren't able to make it, or share on yours and then share the house link, right? To help. But if you go onto your business page, Nan, did you find it?
I found it. So basically all you're doing is you're starting a post on your business page and you hit go live.
Yeah.
Right.
So then it's going to go out and it's already public. Your business page is already public. You don't have to change anything. And then they're all going to get saved in there. And we can create an album of all of our little things. And then we can choose it from there. That's kind of cool.
It's brilliant. Your videos, like our photos, will re-pop up, because I was really surprised. I was doing something on my page and one of my videos from 2 years ago popped up again.
I'm going to do that tonight on my virtual. Instead of going into my party, I'm going to go in my business page and do it.
Well, when you think about this, when we have scheduled show, because I talked about that when I did the virtual party training, and they said, if you're doing, you know, multiples, then you've got that time lapse and stuff too, which is great, what Jennifer said, but I've never figured out how to do it like she does.
Well, I love this idea, because you can say one morning or one evening, that's all you're going to do is the videos.
Well, but not only
get it done.
But well, no, not only that, it's like, you know, they say, Nancy has said this many times, right? And how many people they said, if you walk into your kitchen and you're going to use the breakfast sandwich maker, right? But you don't have a show right now. But if we just record it, we're done. You know,
Right.
it's easier than like trying to. And how many of us have tried to schedule times for these live videos and these shows, and no one's there anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Okay, thank you, Eileen.
You're welcome.
Put a note for anyone who didn't see that. The other thing in technology is you should download WordSwag.
yeah, it's
I
good.
don't know if you can see that.
Yep. And it's free.
It is free. And honestly, the first time you try to use it, it is super, super simple. Simple, simple, simple.
It's an app, Sherry?
It's an app on your phone. Yep.
It's really
So you just, if you have a picture of something and you want to put a note on it, you just, if the picture is on my computer, I email it to myself and I open my email from here and fix it up and send it back, or just post it from your phone. So check that out.
Yep. There's different scripts you can use, different colors. Great.
And you can, I think you can buy it, pay monthly too, but I find the free one works just perfect for me. So
I've used the free one for probably the last year.
it's a good
I
one.
wish I would have learned about it a lot sooner because it's super easy and fun.
Great.
Okay,
Better than Canva.
Yeah. All right.
let me stop recording.
It's time.